Well, hello there, everybody, and welcome back. It has been a few days since I've actually been able to get on because my computer charger stopped working just completely. As you can see, we are across the river from our starter house, which will probably be torn down here soon, but this is going to be the site of our new project. Today, we're going to be diving into Wineary. I was thinking about it, and for my future plans, I'm going to need some enchanted tools, not just random stuff we find. But in order to get enchants, we're going to need XP. So we're going to need an XP farm, and one of the things that super boosts XP gain is in the Vinery mod. And I thought, well, you know what? Why don't we go ahead and get the Vinery mod up and going so that the farther we go, the more of these we can make. And they are called the crystalline. Well, maybe. Chris. Yes. Crystal wine. These. Oh, this. It has a different effect. I'm gonna have to go through the winery things again. In a previous version, the Cristal wine gave you increased. Uh, it gave you increased experience gain. Maybe I'm just crazy. Um, Mojang Noir, I guess is what it does it now. And for that, oh, I guess this is different than their last recipe. Still gonna need to go ahead and start our vine, but I I say yeah. So still gonna need to go ahead and start our vinery project, which is going to take place across the river. It is actually going to take up a good majority of this section, like this side. And we're even going to remove this like half mountain over here. Let me go ahead and bring you guys over there. But the plan is to have a winery. We're going to modify this mountainside, make it steeper. And we're going to place a winery, which I've already designed. Um, not like I haven't actually built it, but I have it designed. So we're going to go ahead and deal with that. But in order to build it here, we are going to need to remove this. So that's on the slate today. But in order to get all of that done, I want a beacon. Now, I've never actually fought the Wither on Java Edition, so this is going to be interesting. But we're going to go ahead and head to. Actually, we're going to go back to our base to see if I have enough diamonds for a diamond pickaxe, and then we're going to go to the Nether because I'm not 100% sure if I have enough diamonds. Oh, I do have enough diamonds. I just was not looking in the right place when I looked for them off camera. I did do some work off camera. This was all wooded area, if you remember that from last episode. Yeah, last episode when we went up there to the tower that you can't see right now. But I'm gonna go ahead and go over here and grab. Yes, hi, Mr. Elephant. I'm gonna go ahead and come over here and grab a diamond pickaxe because we need some obsidian. In fact, I'm probably just going to go ahead and grab the obsidian, and then I'll bring you guys back. Well, I am back. As you can see, I'm riddled full of arrows, but it was not without reward. I got a backpack. Uh, I am actually really excited to have a backpack because I didn't expect there to be stuff in here because it said there was nothing in it. But having a backpack really opens up being able to loot a lot more. In fact, if I have leather, we're going to go ahead and create a anvil upgrade. And I say an anvil upgrade because this thing is almost. You know what? We're not going to make an anvil upgrade. We're just going to repair this. Like this. And you know what? We can actually throw it in here and see what we can get. I'd love to get Unbreaking. Well, would you look at that? I mean, it's not the best, but it's also not the best weapon, so. I feel like that's okay. All right, but we have our obsidian right here. I'm not gonna be picky about where I throw it because this is all liable to change. I have kind of got a design in mind now of what I want the surrounding area to be, and it does not include any of this. All my hard work for that house is going up in flames, pretty much. But we will replace it with a different style of lighthouse. Um, Not lighthouse, kind of guardhouse or whatever. Um, the, let's dive into the Nether. Stop jabbering on it. Let's just dive in. Now I don't have the stuff to make a explorer's compass, which is it's different from a Nether's compass or a not a Nether's. Oh great! Now this right here, this is great. A explorer's compass allows you to search for structures instead of biomes. I don't. So with Alex's mobs in this, there's something called a strad pull, and those things are the worst. I hate them, and I don't say I hate very often, but I definitely hate the strad pulls. Yeah, I will. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and place a waypoint here. There's something vicious sounding near us. I think it is. I think it's a straddler. It sure is. It is in fact a straddler. It's right here. We're actually going to be taking in the opposite direction because I don't want to deal with them. Of course, I hate that we spawn in a basalt delta, but it will be handy when we make a froglight farm because I do in fact want to have one because I want froglights. I've never gotten them in a survival world, so I really want to make one. So, and since we have access to the nether leads or ender leads, it'll be really efficient because I can just ender lead frogs here. So I guess I'm gonna go looking for another fortress. We got a little travel montage. I know I said this episode is gonna be a building episode, but can't really build without doing some exploring to get stuff, I guess. Because I want a beacon. Beacon in episode 3. Gotta love the speed we're moving at, man. Oh god. Alright, guys, so it turns out the nether was a horrible idea. I've died twice already, lost 90% of my stuff, all of my armor. I think we're gonna call the nether trip here. By the way, I have not made it far at all. Well, I guess that's it for the nether. I lost the backpack, I lost the tool, I lost the diamonds that we just spent, I lost all the obsidian I gathered, I lost a bunch of books. So I guess I'm just going to be doing iron tools very, very, very slowly. Oh, that's fantastic. But I guess now we have a way to get to the nether. So yeah, I guess I'll take these. Man, I'm really upset. Like legitimately, I'm very upset about that. Let's see, do I have any extra wool? This entire time, I have made sure that the iron farm has been ready. I guess we have this axe. Um, in fact, I don't have a grindstone. Never mind. I was gonna take the enchantment off. Oh, we have this diamond pickaxe. I guess I just wasted some crap. But I'm going to. What am I looking for? I really don't remember. Oh, yes, I'm looking for some wool or some iron or my shears. One of the two, one of the three. Because if I can find any of those, I can get another sleeping bag. Crap. Alright, I guess I'm running back over here to get my bed. Might as well have my spawn point over there. I foresee myself dying a lot. So, yes, that's fun. Alright, so for the iron farm, I've got this set up like so. Basically, all the iron will. Oh, we can see it right here. Any second now. Basically, it'll generate iron. Yeah, see, it'll generate iron there, and then it'll eventually flow down into this chest, which we will be pulling from. I had it this area chunk loaded so that we can generate enough iron to have a beacon, but turns out I don't need that considering we're not going to be using a beacon. But I'm going to get to digging, I guess. We're going to need lots of dirt. We're going to need lots of gravel for the for like the actual farm part of the vinery. But other than that, I guess I will see you guys in a little bit because I'ma just dig. Well, hello everybody, and welcome back. So it has been a bit since I've actually talked during recording. Uh, this build has taken me freaking ages. I think this is the fourth day that I had to record, and it's not even finished yet. We still have to do the interiors and some details. And well, honestly, I want to do something other than build. Uh, I have the build itch still, but I don't want to build this. Yeah, so we're gonna take a slight break from this, mainly because I'm missing resources like mud and such, and this was all of the wheat I had, and I need to find a desert for some more sandstone. Um, So we're going to take a break from this until we work on some other things. So yeah, this is our winery. Honestly, I don't really remember anything that we've talked about so far in the video. So if I repeat some things, I apologize. So this place is where, well, this is going to be our new starter base in quotation marks. That place over there is going to get torn down. That ugly ass building. I feel like this is slightly better, but it go ahead and leave me your opinions down in the comments so I know what you guys think of it. But we're going to be mainly doing our Let's Do Vinery stuff in here. I don't have anything inside quite yet, but I have tons of wood, so it will not be difficult to get going. So I apologize if my HUD is really small. Let's do. Nope, there we go. Let's do. So to get started in Let's Do Vineary, we need a couple things. First thing we need is to lower my thing. All right. So first thing we need from Let's Do Vineary is where is it at? It is this thing, the grapevine pot. Yeah. I feel like I believe this is the right one. It's got a different. They've changed things since the version I played with in 1.19.2. So, like recipes and such. So I'm not 100%. I believe this stuff is the same. So next thing we'll need is the fermentation barrel, which is uh, pretty important. It allows you to craft the recipes. We're actually going to craft a couple of them to use as decoration. Go ahead and grab that. Get 9 of those, and then next we'll need the for apple press. I'm not going to craft it right now because it's not really important. I've never actually used, excuse me, apple juice in anything. The most that we would use it for is apple mash, but at the moment we don't really need anything from that. I did see this, and I want to see what this is all about right here. So we're going to craft some spruce slabs. It needs spruce slabs specifically. Try saying that a bunch of times fast. So I kind of want to know what this is all about. Storage pot. Is this? No, we need these. Ah, so it's like a barrel, except I wonder if I put stuff in here. Oh, that's depressing. I was really hoping that it'd kind of display it, but I guess it's not going to. It might display wine, though. We'll test that out. All right, now to make wine, you need these grapevine pots. And then this area is kind of dark, so we're going to go over here. I think this is the area over here where they would like store the wine and maybe crush the grapes like right in here. So we'll go ahead and place our. We don't need this many. There's really no reason for it, but I don't know. I feel like I want a lot of them. So you put 5 grapes in this, and then you literally jump on it. And I have a slight oversight, as in I need some glass. So I guess I'll. Uh, you know what? Let's burn these. I'm very low on resources. Uh, Pretty much everything I have is almost gone. Pretty much. Um, if you guys have some recommendations on some more things to put out here, because uh, I feel like it's very flat. I thought about putting like a deck above here, but I feel like that would take the importance away from this gazebo. Which, by the way, I really love the design. Um, if you guys, I also love this grapevine thing over. Oh, these are hedges, by the way. Um, they basically act as fences. When we get some animal pens, I'll probably mix these in with regular leaves. We're gonna have more of these like grape paddocks, but at the moment, I'm actually gonna grab a couple more of these because we'll need some. But at the moment, these are the only 2 types of grapes I have. So as we go through, we'll add more grape paddocks. I also ran out of dirt, like a lot of dirt. So some of this area is not finished. I need to get some smooth stone to put over here, but I don't have any cobble or silk touch on a pickaxe. One thing that did happen while I was gathering resources, because I had to go gather resources multiple times for this, but I died twice, right? Both in lava, so we no longer have our armor. This is just some armor that I kind of picked up from killing mobs that have just attacked me. But the best thing could have happened. We have this shredding runic katana of the Minotaur. These are its stats. It's a tier higher than netherite, and this is from the Simply Swords mod. Basically, it cannot burn in lava, which is fantastic because we've literally lost everything to lava. You know what? I'm gonna have to get rid of those right there. Yeah, I don't want these growing over the door. But now that this stuff is smelted up, we go in here. We have to craft up some bottles. I feel like my sensitivity is up really high. All right, and then all right. I guess I am acting stupid. Okay, we need regular wine bottle. Oh, it's two of them, and we get four wine bottles. I don't know how that makes sense. These must be pretty big. Let's go ahead and sleep. Now, we're not going to be making any of the crazy wines, but after we have our wine bottle, we come over here, and this gives us two bottles of grape juice. Now, to turn it into wine, we can go ahead and click U. Let's close our book. I hate that book. I guess I can't. Um, let's see here. The Cristal, no, not the Cristal wine. Um, where is that wine that I was talking about earlier that gives the it gives a XP boost. That's the whole reason we're getting into this, is so that we're prepping for lots of enchanting. Oh, here we go. The Mojang Noir. So, in order to make the Mojang Noir, you have a wine bottle. You have red wine. Let's see how we make red wine. Red wine is a wine bottle, sugar, and I feel like this is wine. You know what? Why don't we go ahead and place down our kegs? I know these aren't actually kegs; they're fermentation barrels. We're actually going to create like a kind of a wall right here because this would be like an area that's cut off from like public viewing, or maybe this they no, I don't like this being has to be 2 blocks wide. I don't know. All right, so I believe if we put this is different. Yeah, grape juice here, and then we need some sugar, which I believe I have. Yes, I have some sugar cane. So if we put sugar cane in here, nope, it's this one. Put sugar in there. It should ferment into red wine. Oh, did we put too much in there? Oh, I'm starting to wonder if we put too much in there. Why is this not fermenting? Does it take time? Oh, it does. It takes 5 minutes. See, this is all different from the version I know. In the version I know, this little thing right here didn't exist. And this no, Mojang Noir was actually called the Cristal wine, and it required potions of experience. Now, to make our Mojang Noir, we need honey and cherry. Well, I'm already got one of those down. I had a wine trader come through, and we actually have a cherry tree over here, which I think it'd be really cool to have like a custom cherry tree. I want to know if we shear off some of these leaves, if cherries will continue to grow on them if I place them somewhere else. So that's we're not going to need a rotten cherry. Oh, I should not have done that. I'm so stupid. All right, let's go back up here. Obviously, we don't have honey, so we can't complete the Mojang Noir. But I think next episode we're going to go raid a dungeon and possibly add our first farm because I need wheat. I need food really badly. I've just been suffering this entire time. Oh, you know what? Okay, never mind. I thought maybe, what if we could make cherry juice or something? It has been a nightmare. I have eaten anything and everything I could. We're completely out of food. I have been struggling. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. So next episode, I think we're not here. This is all gonna be specifically for our winery where we'll grow our wine. So this entire area will be filled with like grape paddocks, I guess. I don't actually know what they're called. So in the next episode, I believe we will be figuring that out. And then uh yeah, I think that farm, I'm debating on whether or not. So we're gonna have a big bridge go across right here. That's how they access this island. I'm also debating on whether or not it should go here. But I'm thinking that the wheat farm will go over here somewhere. We're not going to build a mine. I've kind of got a design for the city in mind, and that's right, I said city. Um, I'll tell you guys more about that in the next episode, but I'm pretty sure this has already gone on for a really long time. Unfortunately, I can't show you guys uh, everything, but next episode, we're going to really kick it into high gear. We're going to go raid the dungeon. We're going to make a wheat farm, maybe even some other farms. We're going to have food for days, and once we get food, I can start moving a little faster. Because this 4 days, 4 real life days that this has taken me. I mean, obviously, if I had just sat down and had like 8 hours to just build, I would, but I have real life obligations to deal with. I can't just sit and play Minecraft all day. So I really hope you guys liked the episode. I know I apologize if the replay is a little off. I'm kind of still learning how to use replay. Um, so I apologize if it looks wonky, but I hope you guys did like it. This has been probably the longest time I've ever spent making a video. But in the next episode, I think we will be kind of kicking it into high gear because I want to start mega construction on the city soon. And for that, we need to lay the groundwork, which is one of the reasons we built the winery, was so that we could make the Mojang Noir. So I think next episode will be, hey, you know what? I'm gonna add on to what we're gonna do besides the dungeon and the farm. We're gonna make an apiary so we can get honey, so I can start mass producing Mojang Noir. Um, Now, if you guys have any recommendations of anything else, go ahead and leave it down in the comments down below. And I really hope you guys did like the episode. And I will see you guys in the next one. Please leave a like down below and subscribe. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this series. But I will see you guys later.